Hey everyone, and welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Trevor Noah, and today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of relationships. Now, I'm no Dr. Phil, but I've learned a thing or two about what makes relationships tick. And let me tell you, it all boils down to two crucial ingredients: communication and trust. So, buckle up as we explore the secrets to building strong and lasting connections. We'll be tackling those awkward miscommunications, sharing tips on building trust, and even spilling some tea on our own relationship experiences. Get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe even shed a tear or two. It's going to be a wild ride. Alright folks, let's get real for a second. Relationships can be tough, but you know what makes them even tougher? Lack of communication and trust. Think of it like this: communication is the bridge that connects two people. It's how we share our thoughts, feelings, and dreams. Trust, on the other hand, is the foundation that supports that bridge. Without it, the whole thing crumbles. When we communicate openly and honestly, we build trust. And when we trust each other, we feel safe to be ourselves, flaws and all. It's a beautiful cycle, but it all starts with clear and effective communication. We've all been there, right? Those moments when you think you're being perfectly clear, but somehow the message gets completely twisted. You say one thing, your partner hears another, and suddenly, you're in the middle of a full-blown argument about something completely ridiculous. It's like you're speaking two different languages. Miscommunication happens to the best of us. It's a common issue that can lead to unnecessary stress and conflict. But the good news is, it's often avoidable. With a few simple strategies, you can significantly reduce the chances of miscommunication. One major culprit is assuming we know what the other person is thinking. We often fill in the gaps with our own interpretations, which can be way off base. Instead of jumping to conclusions, try asking clarifying questions. This can help ensure that you're both on the same page. What did you mean by that? Or, can you explain that further? Can work wonders. These questions show that you're engaged and willing to understand. Another tip? Pay attention to your body language. Nonverbal cues like tone of voice and facial expressions speak volumes. Sometimes what you don't say is just as important as what you do say. Your body language can either reinforce your words or contradict them. Nonverbal cues like tone of voice and facial expressions speak volumes. They can convey emotions and intentions that words alone might miss. Remember, communication is a two-way street. It's not just about talking, it's also about listening and understanding. So, listen actively, speak your mind clearly, and don't be afraid to ask for clarification when needed. This can prevent a lot of misunderstandings.
Absolutely. And let me add, sometimes the simplest questions can prevent the biggest misunderstandings. It's all about staying curious and open to the other person's perspective. When you approach conversations with a genuine desire to understand, it makes a world of difference. So next time you find yourself in a potential miscommunication, take a step back, ask questions, and really listen. It can transform your interactions and strengthen your relationships.
Now let's talk about trust. It's a concept that we all understand on some level, but it's also one that can be incredibly complex and multifaceted. It's the bedrock of any strong relationship, but it doesn't just magically appear overnight. Trust is something that has to be nurtured and developed over time. Building trust takes time, effort, and consistency from both parties. It's about showing up, being reliable, and proving through our actions that we can be counted on. Think of it like building a bridge, brick by brick. Each act of honesty, each kept promise, each time you show up for each other, adds another layer of trust. Each small gesture, each moment of support, and each instance of reliability strengthens that bridge, making it more resilient and robust. Of course, trust can be broken just as easily as it's built. It can be fragile, and one wrong move can cause significant damage. One betrayal, one lie, one broken promise can shatter that bridge in an instant. The trust that took so long to build can be destroyed in a moment. And once broken, rebuilding that trust can be an even more challenging task. It requires even more effort, more consistency, and a lot of patience. That's why it's crucial to be mindful of our actions and their impact on the other person. Every decision we make, every word we say can either build or break trust. Remember, trust is earned, not given. It's a continuous process that requires dedication and sincerity. So, be someone worthy of trust, and choose partners who do the same. Surround yourself with people who value trust as much as you do.
That's spot on. Trust is a two-way street, and it's something we all need to work on constantly. It's about showing up, being reliable, and proving through our actions that we can be counted on. It's about being there for each other, through thick and thin. It's about making promises and keeping them, about being honest even when it's hard, and about showing that you care through your actions. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship, and it's something we should all strive to build and maintain.
You know what they say? Sharing is caring. And in relationships, this couldn't be truer. Sharing your thoughts, feelings, and experiences with your partner creates a deeper sense of intimacy and connection. It's not always easy to be vulnerable, to open up and let someone see our true selves. But trust me, the rewards are worth it. Think about it. Don't you feel closer to the people who are willing to be open and honest with you? Of course, sharing should always be a two-way street. It's about creating a safe space where both partners feel comfortable being vulnerable and sharing their truths.
The art of active listening. We talk about communication a lot, but effective communication isn't just about talking. It's also about listening. Listening is an essential skill that often gets overlooked in our fast-paced world. We are so eager to share our own thoughts and opinions that we sometimes forget to truly hear what others are saying. And I'm not talking about just hearing the words, but truly listening with the intent to understand. This means being present in the moment and giving the speaker your full attention. It's about connecting with the other person on a deeper level. Active listening means putting aside your own thoughts and judgments and fully focusing on what the other person is saying. It requires patience and an open mind. You need to be willing to hear things that might challenge your own beliefs or perspectives. It's about paying attention to their words, their tone, their body language. These nonverbal cues can often tell you more than the words themselves. Notice how their eyes light up when they talk about something they love, or how their shoulders tense when they're stressed. When you actively listen, you show your partner that you respect them, that you value their opinions, and that you genuinely care about what they have to say. This builds trust and strengthens your relationship. It shows that you are invested in their well-being. So next time your partner is talking, put down your phone, make eye contact, and really listen. Show them that they have your undivided attention. This small act can make a big difference in how connected you feel to each other. You might be surprised by what you learn. You might discover new things about your partner, their dreams, their fears, and their passions. Active listening can open up a whole new world of understanding and empathy in your relationship.
Look, I get it. Talking about communication and trust is easy. Putting it into practice, that's the real challenge. But like anything worth having, building strong relationships takes effort. It's about making a conscious choice every single day to communicate effectively and nurture trust. Start by incorporating those small changes we talked about. Ask clarifying questions, practice active listening, and be mindful of your words and actions. Remember, relationships are a journey, not a destination. There will be bumps along the way, but with open communication and unwavering trust, you can weather any storm. Well, folks, that's all the time we have for today. But remember, the conversation doesn't end here. Communication and trust are ongoing processes that require constant effort and attention. So, keep talking to your loved ones, keep building those bridges of trust, and never underestimate the power of a simple conversation. Now here's a question for you. What's one thing you can do today to improve communication in your relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to tune in next time for more relationship insights and advice. Until then, keep those conversations flowing.